Mad Genius of rock and roll. Mad Genius of rock and roll.
What the hell? Where'd it go? I don't know why I did that.
What
Hello and
the
welcome to the
hell?
Daily Atheist Morning. Let me do this. No, why for it do that? I don't know why it's doing that. Let me do this.
I'll do that.
I don't know. I need to, I've been doing other things. We're all on the screen mostly. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Atheist Morning Show. I'm your host, the amazing Super Chris. That over there is the Phantom Durante. It's just a voice only. It's a disembodied voice.
Hello.
He goes.
It's an apparition.
That's fantastic. It's an apparition. So we don't believe in him.
That's right. You're not real.
And then there's the lovely Ryan Coltastic. I have no idea what's going on. My stuff is just all manner broke. Apparently somebody wasn't paying attention before the show. Let me do this thing. I'm gonna run this conspiracy win. I think there's a conspiracy. The grim tech gremlins are conspiring against me. We'll be back.
Are you feeling the world is leaving you behind? Do you look at all the pseudoscience, rumors, and wild speculation on the internet and wonder, why can't I do that? Well, friend, you can. We can help you. We are ConspiraWin. ConspiraWin has a long history of helping anyone with a hidden truth. We will get your message out. The conspiracy theories you see today all started out with one person's vision. The moon landing hoax was launched by a NASA engineer whose manager didn't okay his vacation request. ConspiraWin was there to help out. Christianity started out because one little girl named Mary got pregnant out of wedlock, and ConspiraWin saved the day. Now, the virgin birth is accepted Catholic doctrine. You may be thinking, but my idea of the center of the earth being made of ice is far-fetched. No one's going to believe that. In a world where people believe windmills cause cancer, we say no dream is too big. ConspiraWin will take your fledgling idea and feed it to our YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok operatives. And these savvy social media professionals will raise doubts with the prevailing scientific consensus. They will say no one has ever seen the planet's core except Jesus. And science is wrong all the time. That's why science has theories and not Jesus. Within 30 days, we guarantee you CNN will run a story on how your conspiracy theory isn't true. We will also give you 100% assurance Fox News will say your crazy idea about the Earth's core being an icy ball is true. Follow your heart. Listen to the voices no one else can hear. Team up with ConspiraWin.
And in a few.
And we're back. There we go.
Yeah.
And there he is. Yes. So good morning, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I hope you sinned safely. There was lots of sinning to be done. I did lots of sinning. Durante, did you offend any imaginary gods over the weekend?
I hope
Possibly.
Oh, I am so sure that I did.
I
Oh, there was
suspect
a lot
you may
of
have.
offending going on.
Good boy.
You're bad about that sort of thing.
That's good.
Yes.
God's up here going, I've been waiting for him to die.
Right? Well,
Any day now.
as y'all know, I'm taking a sabbatical from my live shows, but I'm
Right.
pre-recording my Sunday shows now. And
Oh,
so
okay,
I
that's
premiered
good.
our Sunday session yesterday,
Oh,
and it went exceptionally well.
Good,
People still
I
treated
love
it like it was a live show. And as of now, it's like performing better than my normal Sunday session. So, and people were really excited. People left that show and signed up for our course. So I was really excited about that. So that's it's a
you do
movement, and
premiere?
so that makes me happy.
Yeah.
Yes, I did it as a premiere, so
I
that they
like
could chat
premieres.
during it.
Yeah, and then you can even
Yes.
actually like be in the chat with them, you know, as
Yes,
you're watching yourself.
absolutely.
So you've made the whole
Yes.
game. You've done the whole thing, man. Let me ask you this question. And I don't want you to do too much tech talk, but let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Pound for pound, live streaming, long form. If you had an hour a day to spend, which would you do it on? Pound for pound.
Oh, long form.
Okay.
Like, yep.
I just figured.
It would definitely be my pre-recorded stuff, getting it out there, because that does it stick more. It reaches further. It gets more
does.
comments, it gets more engagement. Mm-hmm.
For
And I
some
love
reason, people don't always want to
love
watch
it.
back a live stream. You know, even
Yeah.
if it could be
Right.
like an amazing
Yeah.
live stream, but for some reason, just because it's live, I guess people feel like FOMO, like they missed out.
Yep.
But when it's a premiere,
Well, I
it's
know.
you're involved in
And-
the congregation.
Yeah, and like the premiere is like crafted for content. It's crafted for engagement. It's crafted for very little mistakes, very little ahs and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
right.
And your lives are crafted for engagement, for you engaging during the theme, which is great for the people in the chat. But for the people who come and watch afterwards, it's just like, oh, this was getting good, but then you stopped and started talking to the chat. This was getting good, but then you started giving announcements about this. This was getting good, and then you got distracted. And that's great for the people watching live, but sometimes the people watching back, they're just like, oh, I got to skip too much to get to the stuff, which is why if you'll notice churches, they'll go live, like the mega churches, they'll go live, but afterwards they'll chop everything out and then re-upload it. And that's how they get to maintain their views from both the live and the edited content.
And that's another smart
But
idea.
yeah, it's an interesting dynamic.
I've been doing the same. I take the scripture with Durante and the
Right.
Theocracy Watch, and I edit them. I don't edit them too much,
Yep.
but I do change them a little bit, and I edit them now. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but at the top of the chat, there's a link, and what the deal is I've created a channel called Theocracy Watch.
Oh, scary.
YouTube dedicated to just that.
Yes.
And I'm going to start
Yes.
filling the content on there with our Theocracy Watch, but I'm going to be adding more of my own. And stuff like that. It's going to be specifically for that. It's not. I mean, I know Ryan's like, oh, a big light shining on Ryan,
But
but
you'll
that's
do
not
other
really.
things with it.
Yes,
I love
This-
that.
We just have lots of content already that I can go back and create and drop up there and begin doing it. And whenever I need to go, hey, look out, this is coming, this is happening, I can pop it open, boom, and I've got a channel I can drop that on. That won't hurt this channel. Ask Durante what happens when you mix live stream and long form content.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Right.
yeah.
So
Great.
that's why I'm trying to
Mhm.
separate out the things. I'm trying to separate out the Daily Atheist morning show and be morning show. And then, the Chris Mallard channel is for politics. And now the Theocracy Watch will be for long form anti-religious content, anti-theocracy content.
Right.
So yes, we're going to so if you don't mind, guys, up there, there's no content over there. There's nothing there yet. I just created it. I got a picture up there. That's it. Just go subscribe. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to develop probably 10 episodes, drop them all at once, and start dropping channels going forward.
It's not working for me. Is it me,
The
guys?
link is not
Is my
working for
computer
you.
being a weirdo?
Oh,
What's
it's not
not
working.
happening?
HTTPS. I put an E in there. I misspelled the thing. YouTube.com. YouTube.com.
Boom.
Not that kind.
YouTube.
Let's go here.
You got me and Durante breaking out a song.
Now is the time for me.
Theocracy Watch. Boop.
Stop.
Let's see if that one works.
Okay.
Maybe, if I were an intelligent individual, I would test that stuff.
You know what happens.
Test the links.
It is.
There we
you
go.
Test the links. Durante's got it in song format.
I'm number 2, I think.
Number two,
Yeah.
well, yeah, because I just subscribed to myself.
Ooh.
So yeah, the Daily Atheist Morning Show just subscribed to
Yay.
my stuff. So here's the deal. Oh, Trina was here by herself Saturday. That's interesting. I was actually Trina sent me some VHSs from the original series, which was created back in the 80s. 90s, I think. I'm not sure. I think it was 80s when the tapes were created. And I've starting to build out a little display area for them. Oh, fantastic stuff. I love it. Thank you, Trina, for that. Here's the deal about the Sci-Fi Saturday. Originally, I was just going to quit it because, I'm kind of getting burnt out. I was like, burnt out. But what I found, now I have to say that after this weekend, I did enjoy 2 days of not doing a live stream. That was nice. But I missed it. I did miss it. I missed the Daily Atheist, the Alien Morning Show,
Oh,
Sci-Fi Saturday.
they missed you too.
Yeah. So I think I'm really just more, I said I was going to stop, and then I was like, well, I think I'm just taking a break. I'm just taking a break, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to the people in the chat asking about the Sci-Fi Saturday, I'm just taking a break. I'll be back. I'll let you know. It shouldn't be long because I really did miss it. I may change something. You know,
Yeah,
I could just do it occasionally.
Every
Yeah,
Saturday.
yeah.
It can just be occasionally or maybe once or twice a month, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you know, one of the things is sort of like when I met Durante, it's about organization and pound for pound, how much time you spend versus how much time. Now, this morning show is a live stream built for a certain thing. This is built for live, not, you know, so pound for pound, there's the growing the other stuff. And now that I've got some things organized, I'll have more time to do things like that. It's kind of where I'm going.
Yeah.
And I won't be so burned out by doing Sci-Fi Saturday. Right now, I'm just kind of burned out, and I'm thinking now I've got some shit down to where I'm like, okay, this is cool, and now I can chill out, you know. So don't worry, I love Sci-Fi Saturday. That's no offense to you guys. It's one of my favorite shows. I can talk about sci-fi the whole show, and nobody complains. That's what they're for too.
Yeah, a fun topic, you know, isn't about. Well, if it's about death, it's like a fun death, not necessarily not more doom and gloom.
Right. Yeah.
Fun deaths are the best kind.
Yep.
Or you can cheer on like the bad guy's death. Yeah.
You know, like the ones that really don't count. The ones like Marvel, you know, that's the thing. Like Marvel, it doesn't count because they're always like Jesus doesn't count because they just come back. They just rewrite the story and bring them back later. So
never over.
Is it? That's right. Let me go on and say hello to everyone in the chat. Good morning, Giles, Jesse Bear, Obi Atheist. Good morning, Jesse Bear. Thank you for joining us. Let's make a show. Let's see. Good morning. Let's make a show. I don't know where you went. Did you go? Oh, there you are.
There it is.
The Let's Make show. On the 6th and 7th day, he rested. That's what they want you to think.
Yeah.
Why do you rest if he's an all-powerful God?
Man.
I mean, you know. That's just a good point. Just a good thought there. Let's see. Trina, Trina says I have more coming soon. She's fantastic with these things. It's the collection of Star Trek. Wonderful. This morning, the kind of nerd I am, I had to move my batleth and my mechleth in order to get to where the modem is, so I could replace the modem and router here at the house. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Like he's got a batleth and a mechleth.
Man.
If you don't know, you don't know. And that's left for Sci-Fi Saturday.
Oh, right. See?
That's left for yes. Let's see here. Oh yeah, it's really wonderful that you got to meet Jessie Bear and her daughter and all that wonderful stuff.
Oh,
it was awesome. It was awesome.
Meet up.
Her daughter's the sweetest too. She's a cutie pie.
Former to free XJW. Hey Ryan, we really need to catch up sometimes. Nice to have you joining us this morning.
Who are you?
Just and you are. Cryptic peptide. What an interesting name. Good morning. Oh, how much I wish I had. Oh, how much I wish I was a fish.
Is that
cryptic
peptide. Is that from a movie?
Is that from?
Is that from what's the hat? Cat in the Hat.
Oh,
I don't know.
Maybe.
It sounds like something he would say.
Monty Python.
Yeah. I wish it was.
Good morning,
Eddie.
Good morning or good afternoon, love and sausages to Muttley. Thank you for joining us, Muttley. Really is here. You could just do it occasionally, talking about the live stream. Yes.
Yeah.
Obi Atheist, all you cool kids. Let's see, Gile. Okay, cool. And then there's some lurkers. There's lurkers out there who are watching but not talking. That's okay. We love you anyway. Spot. He rested very powerfully with powerful dreams and an extra powerful wood.
That tracks.
Wow.
That's how I
Is that like so he wouldn't roll over out of bed? It's like a kickstand. That's how I do it. That's what I use it for.
Oh man.
I mean, it's for procreation and an anti-fall device.
Man, what if the flood was actually God's wet dream? Like that was just a
Man,
nocturnal emission situation.
that's just nasty.
Man.
I've heard you could mitigate that.
Drowning in God's Scrooge. What a way to go.
Right?
Knuckle babies from heaven.
No, wait. You know, when you think about it, though, his sperm would probably be like human size. Could you imagine? Like
Wow.
these things coming after you, like a little tail.
Oh no!
They look like
Trying to
tadpoles.
like go
like
inside your
massive
mouth. Evelyn,
Like
right?
massive divine tadpoles chasing you.
They're just personality.
It's like the scene from Alien, man. They're trying to hug your face.
Good morning, the Shaken Fifth says, I shout into the void occasionally. It's a safety feature. Mudley says, that's hella bukkake, right? I mean, I'm saying. Holy Jizz says, formerly to free. There you go.
Jesus.
Giant tadpoles, but with human faces. That's horrific.
Can you imagine? No, I don't want to imagine that.
I want to see that movie, man.
If you have a womb, run.
Right?
Run now.
Coming for you.
Mom Poppy says, I was quietly lurking from the shower.
That was a great
There you
place
go.
to be.
Oh,
I'll
good
just
morning,
watch
left-handed Jedi. Left-handed Jedi was like, ew, I saw you looking there, Raven. Or not Raven. Ryan was eyeballing
You're in the shower?
Bomb Poppy.
Mm.
Oh man.
Morning Poppy, put a towel on it, says OB Atheist. Hang a towel on it. Or a hand rag, depending on your skill sets. A womb with a view, says Jedi. The topic of the day, since we're doing stuff, let me go to we have a poll. The poll of the day is, if Jesus ran a modern scam, what would it be? And, I only have a few options. A multi-level marketing. Seems like that would be an obvious one.
Yes.
Jesus covered Jesus sort of thing. That one's coming in second, in fact. Crypto coin, which would be Trump coin, maybe, because God loves Trump.
A lot of the Christians are into the crypto.
They are, and to Trump, apparently. And then fake miracle water sales.
Oh, yes.
Tears of the prophet. Actually probably tapped right there in San Antonio. Pulled out of a garden hose.
Yeah.
Or option number 4, something else. And people, let's say, oh wow, we've had a lot of comments today. Some of them rather hateful, Christians. Jesse Bear says Veterans Rally April 30th.
April 30th.
There we go.
Sure.
April 30th. And there's a link to go and support them. Yes, support. I'm hoping they've probably got their ADA stage situation figured out. I hope. So we've got some options. Scott Scherer says he'd be a Republican politician, claim to revere the Constitution. Yeah, while wiping their ass with it. Did I say that out loud? I did, didn't I?
I think so.
I think I heard it.
You're telepathic. That's fascinating. Let's see. Atheos Cognito, interesting name, says he would probably just let himself get killed before he could actually do something about anything, even though he supposedly had all the power in the world to do so. Then this crazed followers will claim he would be back to do everything shortly, like in 3000. Oh yeah, absolutely. I see.
That tracks.
Jesus Christ, Volume 2.
Volume.
I'm back.
Don't call it a comeback, because it's not.
No. I'm just nasty. We got the stage covered. Now they need to. They need to get all the rest of the stuff. They need whatever kind of support they can get, for sure. Cryptic Peptide says used car salesman. Yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking like on the sidewalk with the cards. One of those kind of shell game kind of situations.
Ooh,
I just figured.
Oh, okay.
Frankie Marinino, good morning, Frankie, said, blasphemous. Won't entertain this load of crap by voting. God bless. I'll be praying for you.
Thank you for
Frank.
entertaining it by commenting.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Allie Bree, Allie, if you're there, it's nice to see you. I haven't seen you in the chat in a while, but you're here speaking. Allie says, what tipped you off? The name of the channel, blasphemy is what we do best. Thank you for that. I said, don't ask your God monster to bless me, and certainly don't pray for me. Went on with that. Frankie says, ever since I became a rededicated Christian, I've been happier than I was when I was an atheist. I was always miserable and spent a lot of my time questioning why me, but God has a plan for all of us, including you. So I'll pray for you. Ignore completely.
So
do you want to see these words?
When he was an atheist, he was like, I spent a lot of time questioning why me. Who was you asking that question to if you was an atheist? That makes no sense.
I guess you're talking to themselves.
Oh, man.
Thanks for commenting. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so here's at the damn show. Ever since I became a rededicated Christian.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to tell you what I think, because I do that. I'm going to tell you what I think happened based on what's happened. Let me finish this sentence. Let me read the whole thing, and I'll tell you what I think if I can remember what it was. Ever since I became a rededicated Christian, I've been happier than I was when I was an atheist. I was always miserable and spent a lot of my time questioning why me, but God has a plan for all of us, including you. So his plan for me is for me to burn in hell forever. What a plan. Yeah. Anyway, so here's the thinking. Here's what I think. Good morning, hola. That's a whole bunch of letters strung together. Thank you for becoming a subscriber. Okay, so here's the thinking. He was a Christian. Mm-hmm. Shit didn't go his way in life. He did not get what he cried to Jesus. Jesus, I want that woman, or Jesus, I need that job, or whatever. And he didn't get it. And so he became mad. He turned his back upon the Lord. I'm an atheist now. To hell with you. And what the deal is they're not really atheists. They're just like throwing a little fit, like a little kid going, I'm not going to talk to Jesus anymore until he does good things for me. And then when something good happens in his life, anything can fall into that situation. You know, well, the herpes blisters went away. Whatever.
Yep.
The guy's like, oh, look, Jesus. And I am a rededicated Christian. I was miserable. Well, you were miserable the whole time because you left your religion because you were miserable thinking God was supposed to do something for you.
Yep.
And then when good shit happened to you, you went back to your religion. That's like a...
Yep. I resent the fact that he called himself an atheist, and it's like you were not an atheist if you were still talking to God. Like,
you went back to your abuser. You broke up with your abuser, right?
That's right. Yes.
You know how to say like, "Oh, I'm going to change," and they can sweet talk you. And so you were like the dog who went back to its vomit, and right now you're happy. But guess what? That cycle's going to start up again. He's going to start treating you like crap and gaslighting you, and then you're like, "I'm an atheist again."
Yep.
Exactly right.
Oh, man.
Why aren't you talking to me? Anyway, very true. So let's see. Allie Bree said, good morning, Allie Bree. Fake mirror. No, not the Young Men's Late Night Nude Gardening Club.
Yeah, that tracks. He loves them naked garden parties, man.
We'll call it the Gethsemane Club for those of you who aren't getting it, in case that joke isn't clear enough for some of you theists, probably the theists. If Jesus asks you to help him with the cucumber patch in the distance, do not follow him. Very true. Well, hey, you know, depends. If you're into that sort of thing, just know he's going to deny you later.
I know. You're a bitch.
Right.
That be
Run away with your naked teen self. Let me address these Romans. You know, if you were there. Yes. Yacht firm, I think. I'm going to try that again. Yeah, okay. Yacht firm.
It's French.
C'est France. I thought it was maybe Swedish. It says fake miracles and a magic trick shows for the win. Exactly right. Like Penn and Teller. You know? Like, hey, look at this. I'm divine.
What? How'd you do that?
That's right. I
I
know.
bet you
I
back
know.
in the day, though, that trick really did like freak people out, you know?
It probably, yeah.
Man.
It probably still does, you know, like tractor pulls and wrestling.
Man.
Durante, like, to hell with you, man. I love a good tractor pull.
Oh, man.
What kind of shit are you talking around here? I just vilified an entire demographic.
I know.
of
I'm
people.
sorry, y'all.
To those people,
Right.
I know. To those people, I say, vilified means I made fun of you.
Oh, man.
Bad, Chris.
Oh,
So, another interesting commenter said, it was, let's see, Audi's Strauss, I believe, said Jesus wouldn't run a scam. Clearly, this person has never heard of real Christianity.
What,
Right.
one?
I said, but he did. Anyway, he said, then decided to inform me that my ignorance on Jesus is why you think the way you do. Of course, I was like you. Okay. Right, this is almost the same shit the other guy said. This isn't the same douche. I mean, gentleman, is it? No. Okay.
That's just the thing they say.
Thought I was so smart. Using my limited knowledge to persuade people into thinking the Bible is BS, even though I knew nothing about it.
Thanks
The
for
more you
admitting.
honestly, I know, right? The more you honestly try to find the truth, the more you're led to Jesus. Sure, it's funny to say Christianity is a scam on the surface. With just a little honest research, you'll find that you're the one doing the scamming. Interesting.
What makes you think I haven't done the research, bitch?
Yep.
Biatch. Well, I started by posting scriptures. Jesus telling everybody to give away their shit and follow me. That sounds like a cult. That is David freaking Koresh. That is the moon guy who thought the asteroid was bringing God. What's her name's the Heavenly Gate. That is Heavenly Gate level cultish bullshit right there. And it's quoted in 4 different scriptures. Mark, it tells it different ways, you know, but it's all the same shit. Give away your shit and follow me. Get rid of your family. They're follow me.
If you guys want to follow Jesus and give away all of your stuff, I champion that. But could you I have an address. Could you send this stuff here to my house? Nintendo Switches. I mean, anything you don't.
Whatever you need. Yeah. Anything you suddenly find sinful.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Allie Bree says, yeah, no. Allie Bree says, just a little honest research. Chris said, read your scripture. Yeah, I did. I mean, all I did was put the scripture. I didn't even go into the Joel Osteens, the modern day grifters, the Benny Hinns, the Paula Whites, I mean, oh my goodness, the Christian, it just goes back and back. Again, this is what the initial foundation of Durante's friendship was founded upon. I was doing a series based on how they it's a scam. And I was going by him one day and he's like, hey, they want you to give the best of your shit.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then you just go away and feel better about yourself. That's what happens. And I mean, you know,
if you think about Jesus' advice, he tells the rich to give their money to the poor. Mm-hmm. He tells the poor to give their money to him, and he never gives any of the money back.
Oh, that's right. He does. The poor to give his money to him. This lady here, she ain't got nothing. All she's got's like a single silver piece, and she gave that bitch to me. You should do the same thing.
Man.
That's right. He bought cocaine and hookers.
Jesus been getting money ever since day one. Like when he was born, they gave him gold, frankincense, and myrrh. He had enough money to liberate his people from day one. But that money just stays in the treasury. I think this is why Judas betrayed him. He was like, man, this is Ryan. He ain't about to do nothing with this money.
You told me I was going to get a cut.
Right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And what was my cut? 30 pieces of silver, bitch. I want my 30 pieces.
Somebody gonna give me my money.
Yeah.
Either you gonna give me my money, or they gonna give me my money when I turn your ass in. Make the choice. Which one?
That's right. It was that bitch over there. Let me go kiss him. This is the one.
This is
mother.
Yes.
That's the guy.
That's the guy.
Good morning. We're blaspheming today. Thank you for joining us
Yes.
for our blasphemous morning. Good morning, all you wonderful people. Let's see. Jeanette's boxing channel is here. Sean is here. Deviant Outcast is here. Yeah, nice to have you. Dave is here. Dave's not here. They're having some kind of Dave Con.
Dave.
Yeah.
Dave Con.
Go check
Jesse
it out.
Bear asked earlier why the Christian nationalists have such an obsession with calling Trump daddy. And that's a Christian thing. It's kind of like exactly. It's a shepherding patriarchy complex. The disciples do it to Jesus. They call him father. You call the Pope kind of translates to Papa. You call the priest at the Catholic Church father. In the charismatic movement, you have spiritual fathers. Paul was a spiritual father, and so it's that shepherding patriarchy. A father is the highest role that you can have in life.
That's true. Oh yeah, I never put those together. Yeah. Well, it's just a matter of time before I feel if there's not already some out there, there are some out there who believe Donald Trump is the new coming.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's just a thing. I don't know why it's a thing.
God, it makes me sick.
Damn it. It's an abandoned child syndrome. Ooh, it's orphan child syndrome.
Yep.
You grow up with a single mother who entertains a lot of men. You end up calling whoever shows up your daddy.
Yeah.
These people are so desperate for a daddy that they'll call anybody daddy. That's what that is.
That's really
damn.
bad.
I love sociology.
If their mind is fragile and susceptible to that sort of thing, that's fantastic. I like just throwing those little insults in there too,
man.
Because it's sure maybe we could blame their mom, but it's still their fault too. Katie Dodson is here. Good morning, Katie Dodson. Lisa M. Am I saying that right? Is it Lisa or is it Lisa or Liza?
Lissa.
Probably
that makes
Lissa.
sense.
Yes, Lissa.
Damn,
yes,
that makes sense.
Lissa. Good morning, Lissa. Thank you for joining us, fellow sinner burner. Welcome to the damnation. I don't recognize the name, but I do recognize Infidel, and I'm not sure how he got back in here. Don't we have mod? Infidel. Good morning, Infidel. Infidel says, I don't have any kids. How do I know if I'm a good believer? Do I have to be willing to kill someone else? Yeah, if you don't have any kids, you gotta find one. I know, right?
Yeah,
man,
it is the test, so you got to pass it.
True. But Durante has 4, man. He like a lone one out. Yeah.
You don't get it right the first time.
I got a spare. Oh man! Oh, damn it! We did it on Tuesday. I'm sorry, little Billy. We're gonna mention it. It was supposed to be on Thursday. Damn it! It was supposed to be on Thursday. Okay, Cindy, come on, Cindy. Cindy's like, "Are you sure?" Sorry. Sacrificing your kids is not as fun as it sounds. They frown on that in some states.
Only some.
Anyway, only some, yes. Oddly, it's approved in the state of religious confusion. Ooh. But deviant outcast. Lots of words there. Jeanette, Christians too. Jeanette, my aunt's husband said Trump would save this country, then had the guts to tell my dad that he writes whatever the fuck he wants to on his wall when dad told him. When dad told him there were many, there are some people out there who want to believe. They just want to believe. Like I want to believe in UFOs, except for I actually have this little thing in my brain that says, you know what? I need proof. All I need is a little bit, even a tiny bit of proof. I mean, bitch, did you see that almost tiny bit of proof? I mean, that's all I need. But they're like, they will follow this man no matter what. He doesn't lie. He doesn't lie. How can you possibly think he lies? How can you not know he lies?
They just thought they weren't going to be the ones lied to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they always think they're
Yes.
special. That's the problem.
And they don't know how to recognize a lie. Like if somebody told them that
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
died and rose from the dead 3 days later, they'd believe it. They're those type of people.
They would
That's
believe
not a
it.
lie.
Lies
Yeah.
they're not good at recognizing
Right.
those.
And if they believed it once, they might believe it again.
Oh yes.
You know, there was this Jesus guy, and you know, Donald Trump was shot and he died
Yep.
and he came back, you know.
Man.
They could just see that sort of thing. I don't know. It hurts my
Man,
brain.
like, do you know how many testimonies from Christians I've heard who claimed that they died, and then when you actually press them on the issue, it was nowhere near a death. Hell, it wasn't even a coma. And it was like, why did you say it then, man? It's that need to overinflate what they're dealing with.
I can see you do it. I can see you confronting them. You're like, dude, really? You just had
Yeah, like-
allergies.
Yes.
A sniffle. That's
It
not
started
God.
pissing me off as a pastor, man, because I wanted to believe. And I'm like, oh snap. And then you start unpacking it and you're like, oh, you just flat out lied. Like
That's right.
that's unnecessary.
The equivalent would be like for me to get people coming and going, dude, we found this alien. We've got real proof. Come over here and check this out. And
Yes.
and it's always a lie.
Yes. It's
That would
like
suck.
man.
You know what we should do?
Yeah.
Next event we have, maybe at the Kentucky thing, right?
Yeah.
Just have all of us put out a video. Oh my God, we just saw Jesus return. It really we'll just
And
but he
convert
said
right there
this,
on the
but
spot.
Jesus said, but if all of us concur that Jesus did come, but he said, hey, you guys, like everything's cool, like don't worry about it. I'm not coming back. I was just checking in on you. Like
I love that.
it's all good. It's all done.
It's all good, folks.
Yeah,
Jesus says, just go back to being people, man.
Yeah.
Everything's good now.
They have to believe us.
They'd have to. We could get Jimmy Snow to play Jesus. Well, like get some shitty videos, some like where's my phone? Get some shitty phone video from like 30 feet away. Oh, look, it's
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, man.
We're talking to the atheists.
Yes.
Oh man.
They
That
have
is
to believe
awesome.
us. I think we've just undone Christianity. Well, there's no more need for the show.
Oh man.
Jesse Bear says, well, child marriage to adults is still legal in most states. The
Oh, yeah.
child sacrifice is just different now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah. Allergies are unaliving me by the day, says. Trina, I get that. And I'm a man, so I get like a cold and oh my God, I'm on death's door.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hubs is dying
wife's
right
like-
now, so I know all about
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
Poor
got back. He's not
buddy.
feeling well. Poor buddy.
Lisa, damn it.
Lissa?
Lisa. No, I was like flogging myself with my
Oh, you're.
self-flogging whip.
Yeah, right.
Yes, yes. Lisa says, I have allergies to the New Testament. Right?
Boom.
I know it's horrific. Before the New Testament, we didn't have to go to hell. We
Yeah.
just died.
Just that.
And now, thanks to Jesus,
Man.
we have to go to
thank
hell.
You.
He made it
Thank
work.
you, Jesus.
He made it worse. He indeed made it worse. Things did not calm down. They calmed up.
They call
And the worst part is we don't even know which hell to go to when we die. Like, so I'm going to be confused as hell. Which hell am I going to? Am I going to Sheol? Am I going to Gehenna?
Hades.
Where am I going? You know what I'm saying?
Tartarus.
Right.
Yes.
And
Do I take a
some of
left
them
or
are
a
like,
right? Where do I go?
some of them are like, it's going to be a burning pit of fire. And I'm like, okay, that sucks. And the other ones are like, or you're going to be denied the presence of God. I'm like, wait, let me read about your
Wait,
God.
I'm all
That
horrific,
sounds like
horrific,
heaven.
I'm really okay with that.
I think I'm
And
okay with that second one. Given a
like-
choice.
The burning pit of fire. I'm like, how much weed can I bring to throw in the fire, and can we turn hell into a hot box?
That is
You know
the
what I'm
biggest
saying?
hot box ever. The
Yes.
underground hot.
Interesting. But I don't see why we couldn't do that without hell, though, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's
Ganja
focus, yeah.
Gehenna.
Yeah.
Oh, now you have my attention.
Ganja Gehenna. There we go.
Promethean
Oh, man.
Otaku says, I'm hoping today for the Canadian election that we don't make the same mistake you guys just did. Man, I got to tell you, there
that
is
is a
something
concern.
wrong with this world. We have seen how bad things have been here in the United States, what they've done to the Canadians. I have heard that before Donald Trump got into office, the conservatives were kind of leading, and now they're frustrated because they're kind of losing. And I'm like, wait, kind of losing? They're kind of losing? How are they freaking kind of losing? They're talking about selling out their entire nation to the United States and becoming like Donald Trump's like freaking Kermit the Frog sock puppets. That's what they're talking about. And yet the Democrats or liberals in their world, and how is it even a close? How's it even close? I don't understand. I don't understand how it's so close in our nation. Anyway, I'm going to shut up before I stroke out here on the show. Carrie Ann Chrysler says, good morning, all. Lurking and listening.
Lurking and listening.
Let's see. Just in your imagination, imagine Christians every time they talk about hell, they're worshiping the god Hades. It really helps. You know, I have a whole series of videos talking about how the God of the Christians is actually an evil pit demon. I mean, if you just, step back and look at it, what does it, when described, what does it obviously become? It's an evil pit demon from hell, obviously. I mean, it's obvious. What's Jesus protecting you from? If you don't follow Jesus, what's going to happen to you? If you don't follow Jesus correctly. What's going to happen to you? You know, I mean, you're going to go to hell. So I really think God God is a pit demon. He does, in fact, love everyone, and he wants us all to go join him in hell. I've got theories. Didn't the KJV version of the Bible just take Hades, Sheol, and Gehenna and all that and just call them all hell? Yeah, I think they kind of did.
That's English for you. That's an English thing. Just take all of these words that mean different things, and it's just going to mean this one word from now on, and then just use it for all of the words if you want to. There's
so much inflation done, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Worshipper of Life says, are atheists among God's people? Well, I would have to tell you, I would honestly say no. If you're familiar with the Bible, God is very clear throughout the entirety of the Bible, the Old Testament, that these are our people right here. And if you ain't one of them, you ain't one of them, period. He does that over and over again. Very, 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 very othering. Jesus Christ is the same way. I mean, you're going to say John 3:16, and I get that, John 3:16, for the Lord so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. Right. But the very next phrase says, so that those who believe in him shall be saved. Not atheists, not Muslims, not everybody else, not old Jews, only those who believe in Jesus Christ. So I'm going to say no to the, does that sound like a valid answer?
Yeah, I don't think that we're God's people.
Yeah, not God's people.
I don't believe in a God, so I'm definitely going to go with a no.
I'm going to go with no, right? I mean, unless he's going to let me slide for some reason. Some people have said, sometimes I have heard some Christians believe, that, once you're saved, you're always saved.
Right.
That's
a freaking cop out. Have you read your Bible?
It's like, once you're married to me, you're always married to me.
Right.
Oh.
Who you married to? Me, I said. Me, I said.
Yep.
That's not the kind of relationship I want.
I don't want this.
I got to be honest. To be honest, if there was given the choice, there's a God or there's no God and you just blink out of existence, I would rather just choose to blink out of existence. Everything goes dark, just like a fast sleep where, you don't dream, just bink, just like that. I don't think there's anything Durante has done or Ryan has done in their lives that would constitute even the threat of burning them forever.
Yeah.
And yet this religion of peace and love,
I don't even think that there's
all
anybody. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think that there's anybody who I would want to burn for eternity.
For eternity. True.
I can't fathom as a human.
I mean, even people like us I would be willing to set some limits, on, you're bad some bitch. You do deserve to burn in a pit of fire. Maybe for as long as you tormented other people, you should spend that amount of time in this pit of fire screaming and gnashing your teeth.
Ticking, bitch.
There you go. Get to wailing.
Start lamenting, biatch.
That's right. Right. So that's what a gas chamber feels like. Oh, right. If you know, you know.
Yes.
Isn't it interesting that we're all like, ooh, Chris said that, but actually what Chris said was something to actually Hitler in hell, burning in hell. That's what metaphorically just happened.
Well,
It's not like I was cheering him.
But how can you think it's a bad thing to do to people, but then think it's an okay thing to do to people?
Right.
I'm just saying, like, it's either or. If it's bad to treat people like that, which I concur, that is absolutely despicable. But yet you think that I deserve that at the end of my life for eternity? Like, come on now. Even they died at some point. You want us to prolong that for, indefinite.
Yes.
Be free.
Yeah. Yep. And I mean, if you have any idea of what eternity is,
I don't. Right? Like, I can't even fathom $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know if I could spend $1 billion. Okay, I probably.
That's right.
I don't know. I really don't know that I could. But eternity? Oh my God. That's terrifying.
Yes. Doing what? Burning. I mean, it's just here's the deal. It's just like they were going. Here's what. All right, man. Durante, man. Ryan. This is the deal. They are not buying our religion. They're just not buying it. I think what we need to do is up the stakes. So what we're going to do is we're going to write in here that, hey, man, if you don't follow us, you're going to burn. What's the worst thing? Burning. I think burning is worse. Yes. For how long? Just like for a week or two? No. This is how it worked out. They're just set that people weren't following, and it's a threat. It's a threat of an eternal, either a pit of fire or being removed from Jesus. I'd actually like to see it, D-Man, if it's possible for people like Worshiper of Life to deconstruct right here.
You never know.
How long can they watch this kind of stuff and be exposed to the truth about their hate faith?
I'd been done. I would have been done. If this was me, I'd have been done.
No doubt.
Like, oh, wait, y'all are making some really good points.
Man.
You have to, and how many times have we said, hey, man, go look in the Bible. Go look. It's right here. It's just right there. We'll get you. Keep hanging out. We'll get you.
We're coming for you.
And, I tell you what, maybe what'll happen is, you'll get old enough to drive or something. You won't be around the computer all the time.
Chris!
Oh, man.
And so we won't see you. Jesus Christ is not offering peace. Have you not been listening? No, you have not. Obviously, you have not been listening. Was David Koresh offering peace? You don't know who David Koresh was, never mind.
Definitely not.
Bad example, Chris. You know what we ought to do? We ought to run Theocracy Watch because, we've just been going on about ourselves and we haven't done our Theocracy Watch for the day. But I'll do this. Jesse Bear, thank you for the $2 super chat, says, I don't want to be saved by the blood kink God. Right? I mean, goodness gracious. I remember when I was a kid, I had high C. It was really cool. We never really got it that often because it was expensive and we were poor. But, you get the high C in this little thing and you had that can opener. You had a can open like that, and you had to pour it into the glass because I'm old and that's what I remember. And that's the way I see God, going to the fridge and go, ooh, is this A negative? Look at that. that's like a Lutheran. That is Lutheran. It's just nasty. Anyway, we're gonna run a commercial and then we're gonna come back, and when we get back, we're gonna do a Theocracy Watch with Ryan. Well, the reason why we do the commercials before we do that is to give our host a moment to go, oh God, make it stop. Okay, let's see here. Let's do goats. We'll be back in a minute.
Have you sinned again? Oh, and it's bad this time. A chicken just won't do. But wait, you don't have a goat for your burnt offering. Oh no, the Lord's wrath is upon you.
Insignificant person whose name I don't know, you have sinned. Probably. I shall smite thee.
What do you do? You're all out of goats. She left you for another man.
Fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented flesh candles.
No goat? No problem. Just light one of these bad boys and let the sweet, savory scent of burning goat flesh rise up to the heavens.
Is that goat?
It's easy, it's fast, and deluxe models even have patented technology that produces a goat screaming sound as the wick burns.
Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented candles. Save a goat, burn a candle.
Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented flesh candles are part of our You Do You Jew interfaith outreach program.
When you sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. When the Lord requires that hundred snow, light a candle or you're going to hell.
We're back in just. Oh yeah, look at that. That was perfect timing. Now. Well, actually, but it kind of really was, kind of really wasn't. So we've got a couple of people here in the chat, and they wanted to see another little thing. So before we do Theocracy Watch, because Ryan was all running around and doing stuff, I'm going to do one more little thing. Give me just one more thing here. Check this out. On request, even. Let's go here. I'm going to just do this one right here. Let's go here. Boop.
Is your humble parish tired of constant litigation? Drained by bloodthirsty lawyers sucking the collection plates dry? Well, no more threats of jail time and public humiliation. Try Father Flanagan's line of inflatable altar boys. Cute little fellas, eyes and mouth wide with surprise, complete with lifelike tears. Father Flanagan's line of inflatable altar boys, coming to a Walmart near you.
And we are back. Carrie Ann, you shut your whore mouth.
Secrets, Carrie. Could it get in trouble?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Carrie Ann. Carrie Ann's like, I'm out. You guys are awesome. All right, let's do some Theocracy Watch now that we're back. And the blood is returning to my cheeks from the laughing. Oh.
Right.
You're tuned in to the Atheist Morning Show on the DAM Network. And this is Theocracy Watch.
When a religious institution chooses silence over the protection of its children, justice isn't the God it serves. Power and fear are. Good morning, fellow heretics. Welcome back to Theocracy Watch, where we track the institutions that preach virtue while practicing cover-ups. Today's story comes from Louisiana, where a new lawsuit has exposed another case of institutional betrayal inside the Jehovah's Witnesses. Barry Davis says he was sexually abused for years by Joseph Fitzgerald Hall, a longtime elder administrator at the local Jehovah's Witnesses Kingdom Hall. The case is straightforward. Hall confessed to the abuse, first in a private letter to the church leaders, and then again under oath during a recent deposition, where he confirmed the letter was true and written voluntarily. Unlike many states, Louisiana doesn't allow clergy to hide behind religious privilege when it comes to child abuse. So the elders had a legal obligation to protect not only Barry, but the rest of the congregation and the public. They had the confession, they knew the law, and they chose silence. Instead, the Jehovah's Witnesses suspended Hall internally for 11 months, then quietly reinstated him into public theocratic ministry, sending him back out to knock on doors without informing congregations, locals, or the police. They had the confession and they knew the law, but they still chose silence. It's not a moral failure. It's the natural outcome of Watchtower's internal practices. A system codified in their secret Shepherd the Flock of God manual that only the elite are allowed to have access to. According to their two-person rule, abuse allegations must be backed by 2 eyewitnesses, an almost impossible standard in cases of child sexual assault. If the accused denies it and no second witness comes forward, elders are instructed not to take action, but to leave it in Jehovah's hands. One of my favorite thought-terminating cliches. Instead of alerting the authorities, they're told to call headquarters and keep the matter internal. Victims and their families are often pressured into silence, warned that speaking out could lead to disfellowshipping, cutting them off from their families, friends, and entire community. Sadly, the organization is wrought with individuals who've been punished through the means of disfellowshipping for calling out abuse. The organization has bred a culture of enforced silence that's allowed predators not only to remain hidden, but to stay active in the ministry, posing risk to countless unsuspecting families who opened their doors to a man with a hidden past. Okay, imagine that's your child answering the door to a predator.
Right.
What happened to Barry Davis is because the system was working exactly as it was designed to protect the organization at all costs, even if it meant sacrificing children on Yahweh's altar of silence. It said the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. I'm no prophet, but when it comes to the Jehovah's Witnesses, I see the future clearly, because even when the law demanded action, they chose silence instead. Until next time, stay curious.
Wow. Well, let me ask you, if I'm not muted. Am I not muted? Good, I'm not muted. Let me ask you. Surprised?
Surprised. No, typical.
I mean, disappointed? Yes.
Yes.
Saddened? Yes.
Absolutely.
Surprised?
No.
Not even mildly stunned.
No.
It's almost like, had it had some kind of twist, like they had actually done the right thing, or everything, something had happened, that would have surprised me. But in the case of who we're talking about and the experience and the history they have, that would have actually been the twist, had somebody in their group actually done the right thing.
Right. Especially seeing a letter of confession.
Let me ask you another thing. I don't know how the numbers work out on this. Clarify for me. But you said there have to be multiple witnesses.
Oh, right. Yes.
Okay. So what if we have multiple victims, but only one witness per victim?
I think if there's multiple victims, you possibly have a case, but there have been many instances where it didn't matter that there were multiple victims. So that still isn't even a guarantee that you'll have any action taken.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Durante? I see you thinking over it, man.
Yikes.
Yeah, I feel
I know they're likely pulling on the scripture, don't receive a rebuke against an elder without 2 or 3 witnesses present.
Yes. It might be Galatians, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. And
can you see the elders sitting around going, yeah, let's write it down. You got to have at least 2 witnesses before you can. Oh my God, this is just like all the other. Yeah. Carry on, I'm sorry.
And then as Ryan highlighted, in cases of child abuse, that's likely never going to be 2 witnesses. It's likely going to be the offender and the child. And that's like, to use that for that, it seems like you're purposefully, like there's no way that you're not using that to cover up. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like that's wild to me.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness.
Grooming kids to not, number one, accept it.
Yeah.
To accept that behavior, but then in another way, grooming the adults to see that it's also acceptable behavior. And knowing that you're allowing these men to go out door to door with a tie, a suit and tie and his briefcase, and talking smart, and he's a good guy and he just wants to help you get closer to Jesus. Meanwhile, he's diddling kids at the Kingdom Hall, and they're letting him come to your door now.
Yep.
Right.
Dressing up a predator. You can't put lipstick on a pig.
I wonder how many times in circumstances like that they've pulled the Catholic shuffle.
They have.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They definitely have done the old 1-2 shuffle-roo.
Isn't it interesting that I didn't even have to define what I meant? Catholic shuffle, and you knew. Everybody here knew.
Yep.
You're
what
right.
I meant.
Actually, that's
all I had to say was right, and that
sad.
is and
God, you just get chills.
They lay that accusation on us.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. We are the deviants. We are the predators. We are the, every accusation is a confession from those people. Anyway,
man.
Thank you very much for theocracy.
Yes. I hope they get in trouble. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting on some kind of follow-up of them getting in trouble because they didn't follow the law.
Right.
We
Yeah.
shall see.
And it goes on.
And it goes on.
And it goes on. And it goes on.
We'll
and
have
it goes
another
on.
one for tomorrow.
I really appreciate Christopher Hitchens' charge. How the Catholics who are meant, whose entire claim was to be the protectors of children. You know,
Oh yeah.
it's like they build a wall to protect the children, but behind that wall, what they do to the children.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, there are people out there who say, "Oh, but they didn't really unalive the children or any of that business." Yes, they have. We have entire Catholic monasteries and nunneries where they've got bodies and bodies and bones and bones and bones out there behind them where they did it to children.
What was it called? Magdalene laundries?
Something
Where like girls would get sent off to, and then sometimes even the priests would impregnate them, and then they'd be forced to continue labor, and then the babies would be sold. Like the babies, like, oh damn, that's right, I'm supposed to do a whole like adoption thing on this industry shoot. Yeah, right. So this history, I mean, gosh, they've found hundreds of bodies at the residential schools here in California, Canada, and in the States here, of bodies just tossed into big pits.
and we're talking babies, right?
Babies,
Infants.
children. I mean, and anything really.
Yeah, that's kind of what we mean. Yeah. Specifically in this case. Yeah. Exactly. Well, there's also the thing about, and that's my understanding, like there are these Catholic churches in, is it England or Ireland or somewhere up there in the business where they would take anybody, you know, infants, and it was just, they found mass graveyards of these, you know. Instead, there's no adopting them out, and you can't feed them all or whatever. And it's you know, but this has happened over and over, you know. It's a very harmful religion.
Yeah.
It's a shame. It feels like we're talking to a wall sometimes.
It really does. And you know, we have people here like, let me read what's worshiper? Wherever you are. Good morning. Thank you, Left-Handed Jedi, for becoming and maintaining and staying a member of the channel. I appreciate that. Thank you. I did see that go by. The worshiper kid who's in the chat. I just assume you're a kid. I don't know if you're a kid or not. I just say that based on
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Just reasons that I probably couldn't explain to you. You guys I could. Oh yeah, you know, but not, you know. Anyway, but to see those things, to see all the horror that this is done, have they seen the horror? They come out and they make these claims about atheists and non-believers about how we're bad and we're evil and we're the mean ones. And yet they're the ones who throughout history have oppressed and unalived and done all kinds of horrific things, from enslaving the Indians here in the United States, the Native Americans, the Indian schools and stuff like that, to taking those children away from them and forbidding them to speak their own language.
Right.
You know, those sorts of things.
Man.
All kinds of stuff. Yeah. They're horrific. Remember, we've talked about it several times. The Pope and Mother Teresa telling AIDS-riddled Africa not to use condoms.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She was horrific. I did a video. Chris Hitchens did a video. Jesse Bear says, I watched a doc years ago of a nunnery that had an infant graveyard under the floorboards. The nuns were essayed by the priests. They started an orphanage to cover it up.
I've heard of that as well, about the abuse of the nuns.
Oh, yeah.
It's really just it's a sex trafficking ring, y'all. It just works in a different way. Instead of
different levels,
sending the kids, you know, around, you just let the men go wherever, or you send them to the man. Wow.
You know, I bet we cannot imagine how much money has spent in the legal defense of these individuals.
We could have fixed the houselessness problem. I mean, there's so many things we probably could have fixed had we just done the right thing. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa, for becoming a channel supporter. I'm cheap, everybody. If you're not a channel supporter, click on us, become a channel supporter. And this is my channel, and these are my guest hosts on the channel. And for those of you who don't know, these guys also have channels themselves. So if you like Ryan, I don't know why you don't like Ryan, but if you like Ryan, there's links down below. And Durante. So go down there, click on their links, and go subscribe to their channels and do that sort of thing too. Thank you very much. You're all wonderful. Appreciate it. We got so much going. This has been a fun show this morning. It's just slipping by. I was doing all kinds of tech nerding before the show. I don't know if you've done tech nerding, D-Man, and those other people. When you're in the middle of something, you're like, oh man, I'm going to connect that and connect that. Oh, I got to stop and do this show.
Yeah.
And I was, it's like, I can't wait for this to be over with so I can go do this tech nerding. And now I'm like, man, you guys are so much fun.
I want to go back to it.
I want to have fun. All right. So let me once again, good morning, Bill Castle. Thank you for joining. You like Ryan and Dee, go subscribe to their channels. If you're not a subscriber, go subscribe to their channels. I see somebody. It's time for the Pharaoh's Curse. I don't think we've played that terribly often lately. So I'm going to play that. And then when we get back, we'll talk about stuff for a minute. And then we'll go to Scripture with Durante. Thank you. For the $3 super chat, Lissa, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And let me. It's a super sticker with kisses. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Let's see. Jesse Bear says adoption, especially private religious orgs, are just human trafficking with a cross on top to hide how horrible it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm an adoptive father. I adopted my son. For those who don't know. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
So yes, So there are those out there who talk.
Yeah,
Christians. But I mean, I bought and paid for him. I mean, I started the lease when he was like 4 years old. Originally I thought it was going to be an outright purchase, and then it became a lease to own. And I could have turned him back in, but I was given the choice. You can even turn him back in, or you can continue making payments on the child. And I continued making payments on the child until he was 18. Bought him outright,
Right, and now you own him.
I do.
I mean, according to this world, basically, they're your property. So I'm just saying.
Right. So there's that. Deviant Outcast says, I'm sub to Durante and Ryan. Thank you for that. And are you? If not, what are you doing with your life? I want to mention, I do have up at the top of the thing. Oh, I don't. I think I took it down. Oh, yeah, I do have subscribe to the new channel. Don't I have subscribe? Yes, up there. I have a new channel. We're going to start posting some of our Theocracy Watch videos over there. So now, real quick, what I'm going to do for those of you who are new to the channel, thank you for being wonderful. Thank you for being here. I'm going to run the first Wild Bill, because you probably may not know who Wild Bill is. At the end of the show, I'll run our latest Wild Bill. Okay, we'll be back in just a couple minutes. Enjoy Wild Bill. Wild Bill Wiggle Stick.
Hello, and welcome to Shakespeare with a Redneck. What the? I am Wild Bill Wigglestick, and I'll be your handsome host, your gilded guide, your cowboy concierge of Shakespeare. Dude, really? Today on Shakespeare with a Redneck, I'm going to perform the prologue from Romeo and Juliet. Damn it, Bill. Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured piteous overthrows doth with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love and the continuance of their parents' rage, which but their children's end not could remove, is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage, the which if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend. Hey, that wasn't half bad. I'm not as dumb as I look. Of course not. You'd be in a coma. Okay, so here's a quick rundown of the situation. Bill, two snot-nosed brats ignore the warnings of their learned parents and end up getting 4 people killed. Bill, come on, man, you're always blah, blah, atheist stuff, blah, blah, boring. Say something fun, for goodness sake. What? Particle is a fun word. Bill, particle. Bill, or talk about horses and dogs. People love horses and dogs. Or boobies. Everybody loves boobies. Bill, oh, can I say boobies on YouTube? If you close your eyes, it doesn't count. Talk about boobies then. Okay, everybody loves those cute little blue-footed bastards. It hurts right here. Culture, baby, coming at you. Avoid bringing a plague on both your houses. A plague on both your houses! By hitting that subscribe button, then that little notification bell. And bang that thumbs up button like frisky cousins at a family reunion. Thank you and take care. Peace.
Here we are back. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed Wild Bill. If you're new to the channel and this is your first time seeing Wild Bill, therapists are standing by. So a lot of people are out there saying boobies, of course. I mean, I'm sorry. Apologies. YouTube censors, apologies. Boobies.
My bubs.
So yes. I hope you all enjoyed Wild Bill. At the end of the show, I'll go ahead and I'll play the latest, greatest Wild Bill. That one actually, believe it or not, was filmed over 5 years ago.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Many moons ago.
That is all.
Filmed that for the original Daily Atheist Morning Show. All right. So now, if we're ready, I believe we're ready. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go with scripture with Durante. Let's see what kind of, is it holy or is it horrific? Let's find out.
Scripture with her.
All right, welcome back, folks. Today we're going to be in the book of John, chapter 15, and we're going to read verses 1 through 6. It reads, I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful. You are already clean because of the word I've spoken to you. Remain in me, as I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. If you do not remain in me, you are like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire, and burned. So let's break this down. Jesus isn't describing some vague journey of faith. He's laying out a performance contract. Be fruitful or else. And it's not just natural consequences, it's intentional violence. The gardener, God, doesn't just let unfruitful branches fall, he cuts them off. If you're bearing fruit, congratulations, you still get cut, pruned, trimmed, and painfully reshaped. If you're not bearing fruit, you're severed, discarded, gathered up like trash, and set on fire. This is the economy of salvation. Jesus is describing production equals survival. No production equals destruction. And notice, it's not even about bad words. It's not about sin. It's about usefulness. It's about output. If you're not useful enough, you're dead wood. And it gets worse. This is actually the worst part right here. Jesus says, apart from me, you can do nothing. Translation, you're worthless without him. You don't just drift, you wither, you die, you deserve fire, simply because you do not have him. This is not an invitation to a loving relationship. This is psychological blackmail dressed up like a vineyard tour. Stay connected, keep producing, keep performing, or burn. So here's the takeaway. If your Savior says your value depends on how much you can produce for him, and that the penalty for falling short is being thrown into the fire, maybe you're not being nurtured by a vine, maybe you're being farmed for subjugation. And that'll be all for today's scripture, folks.
Very good. You know, Durante, we've been over on this one here, if we can, real quick, several times. I want to mention again, Jesus does not offer salvation. It's all a threat. It's an escalated threat. I mean, it's not, listen, love me or I'm going to shoot you in the head. That's not a choice. These are not choices. So if you thought that was a choice, if you're out there like worshiper or whatever your name is, sorry, old man memory. If you're out there, think about that. You know, Jesus is, yeah. Ryan, what are your thoughts?
I think it's interesting that the Bible always borrows female imagery to represent things about men. I think that's really stupid.
Bearing fruit, yeah.
Yeah. And it never acknowledges how much imagery of the divine female or female just in general to, I don't know, to fit their narrative, basically.
Right.
Yeah, like it's either, you're gay, that's what I would say to them. Oh, boy, you must be gay because you're comparing, which I don't believe. Or, I don't know, it must be some kind of deep-seated emotional mother trauma that you're the abandoned father, it's the abandoned mother trauma or something. Always trying to compare yourself to the female.
The Oedipus complex. Yeah.
That's the only thing I could think. The whole time he was talking, I was like, I'm just really freaking sick borrowing our imagery. Talk about demons and how they grow. Like, if you want to talk about something,
right? Yes,
very interesting.
Like ox.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
it's filled with semen.
Interesting.
Sorry.
No, that's perfect. Let's see here. We've got a lot of awesome things going on in the chat. I do want to mention with our new person, Lissa. Lissa said, and this is muy importante, said, I also have strong opinions that religious organizations should have to pay taxes like the rest of us. I think, me too. Moi aussi. Now, I want to mention that oftentimes people will go, they'll say, if the churches want to say in our government, they need to pay taxes like everyone else. No. No, they need to pay taxes but not get an extra say. See?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I just want to throw that little thing out there, a little bit of a caveat, if you will, that sure, I agree with you. But oftentimes people are like, yeah, if Christians or if the churches want to say in our government, no. They just should start paying taxes.
Yeah.
Period. They are apparently they already have a say in our government. We have a whole section on our show called Theocracy Watch about how it's being imposed upon us. And also, I want to mention again, I believe there's a working link up at the top. I've just created a new channel. There's no content yet there, but go over there and subscribe because we're going to start dropping not only some of these Theocracy Watches from the past that we've done over time, the last few months, but also new ones that come out. And I'm going to create some new Theocracy Watch videos as well. It's going to be my outlet for long form content for this sort of thing because, YouTube stuff. So click the thing up there. Go subscribe to that channel, folks. Yeah, do it now. So that's my thinking on it. I hope you agree with me. I'm sure you probably do. Ben 9 Live says, are we a non-profit organization?
Is there a Star Trek religion? I know, because it just made me think of the whole thing where Durante said, just become a church or whatever. That way you can avoid taxes as well. Just do like they do, following their footsteps. And I know that there's a Jedi. Right. But is there, I was wondering, is there a Star Trek? Because if not, I would like to join that.
Oh, that would be so dope.
Or start it. Yeah. I'm getting distracted by the question of, is there religion in Star Trek? And yes and no, and it's so complicated, but you know what I mean? I'll look into that, though, to find out if there's actually because I know what you're talking about. The Jedi is a checkable box. In some places, you can check a box and say you are a member of the Jedi religion or psychological disorder. Sorry, Jedis. Star Trek, Star Wars. Let's see. The religions of Star. Yeah, that's what I'm getting a lot of. Is there a Star Trek religion? Is there a Star Trek religion? I'm looking. I'll see, because I want to know now. And if there's not, we need to be a Star Trek religion. I'll be an admirable. What, buddy? Are you coming in here? Do you want to come in here and say hi to the people on the show? Well, come on in. Everybody wants to say hi. You've done a fantastic job on the show. Ollie, our computer engineer, is here. Ollie just showed up for those of you who are wanting to see some Ollie dog. Oh, there you go. He just came strutting in like a boss. What a good boy. He's our computer engineer on the show. For those of you who don't know, he does all the engineers, the graphics.
Squits.
Terry Taylor says exactly, Chris. They would actually have more power if they paid taxes. Regardless, certainly the likes of Joel Osteen should pay taxes. Agreed. I mean, you're right. They would. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just thinking because I think there's only been one preacher, could be wrong, that has actually got their status revoked. And it's that dude. It's the one, I can't think of his name. I know what he sounds like, but he's the one who said that autistic people have demons in them. It was that dude. Dang. But he's the only one I know of that has actually had his revoked. So there is a thing you can file if they are talking about politics, or they're not supposed to talk about these things, but they do anyway. He's the only one who's ever had repercussions, and I know other ones have been reported. So
gotcha. Here's an interesting point. Sean Alexander says, if we start a Star Trek religion, I guarantee Paramount will still send a cease and desist letter. They will. They truly will. But I have to tell you, our religious beliefs supersede their laws in these matters. Yeah. So, I mean, I mean.
Well,
and
suck it up, Buttercup.
And especially if we could say, you know what, this is actually a futuristic version of Christianity. Oh man, they'd be so powerless. Anybody who gave us any side eye, right? Anybody who gave us any shit, anybody who denied us our Starfleet day because our Starfleet Jesus died on this certain time, or whatever, by star date, whatever. Because of the rules they sent out to the government employees, we could actually write up anybody who complained.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? As long as we say it's a Christian religion, remember, it's got to be a Christian religion.
Because I mean, you can, who's to say it can't be Christian? Surely, as long as you have a Messiah, it's a Christian religion, right?
Well, what I'm thinking is, in 300 years where Star Trek takes place, they have Christians, presumably still. And so people who are now Christians are actually worshiping right? It's the same Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
They just wear Star Trek now. See? So we can get around the whole thing. And then we can wield that Jesus like a bat, just like they do. It's my Jesus too, bitches. You get it? Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
And wasn't L. Ron Hubbard, weren't they able to kind of use some of his books as like a historical etymology kind of like the religion, so you could do the same with the episodes. We have years of proof that we have been whatever, doing these rituals, yada yada.
It's actually what the deal is it's an alternate universe, and the sci-fi show is actually a view into what's happening in this alternate universe. This is too easy, man. They make these rules easy. Space Jesus, I dig it. And let's see. I'm
in the laundry room. I'm doing laundry, guys.
Lisa said, I saw it here. The evil one would want to hear this. Lisa said something about being Wonder Woman. And it's all
well, then I need
There's
to
so
start
much
my religion of Wonder Woman being the god.
There you go. That's something like that. Yes. Very true. So yes, because the evil one is a very big into the Wonder Woman. The evil one is my wife. For those of you who are not familiar with the evil one. Jesse Bear says, when I was a pagan, I would get lots of days off and get lots of work around my uniform at work for solstices. Oh, cool. They didn't know I was making some shit up.
Yep.
Aren't Christians? Right?
I'm right. I mean, they do as well. My gosh.
We just use
Good Friday.
It's St. Billy Bob's Day. Right.
Play the game, man. Play the game.
That's right. Let's see. Wonder Woman, religion, everyone worships Wonder Woman. I totally get that. But I get the control of the lasso of truth because I've claimed the lasso of truth for years. Oh, there you go. Tim Biglet, good morning, Tim. I hope you're doing great. Says, Jeanette's Boxing Channel, this is a real memory of mine. I'm convinced that it was a dream, but what if it was real? It would make aliens real. Or was it God? I don't know how to figure it out. Are aliens God? Maybe they are. That's an episode of Sci-Fi Saturday we should talk about one of these days.
Fits right in.
Father Flanagan's Soldiers of Holy BS. Father Flanagan's has more products coming soon. You know, I don't think. Well, you know what, guys? We'll go ahead and we'll run the pup. I'm going to run the pup. Let's run the pup. We'll take a break. We'll run the pup. In case those of you who are not familiar, we'll run the pup. Yes. All hail the pup. And remember, we still have Wild Bill at the end of the show, so we'll do the pup. We'll be back.
Flanagan!
Yes, sir. Very disturbing, I know.
Fetch me Father Flanagan.
Your Highness.
You are in the presence of His Holiness, the Puppius Maximus, guardian of the sacred fire hydrant, defender of the holy tennis ball, and eater of the golden kibble, Pup Oliver Poopsalot the Fifth.
Your popedom. I heard you have a bone to pick with me.
Condoms, Father Flanagan?
No, thank you. I've got plenty.
That's what I mean. Why are you selling condoms?
Oh, you mean our Faro Sombrero line of condoms? Understood.
You know how we feel about those around here.
Well, they're not to be used by the Catholics, of course.
Not for Catholics?
No, they're part of our Sinner Gonna Sin lack of faith outreach program.
A sinner gonna what?
It's like getting the tithe, but from the heretics and the heathens and the atheists.
Oh, well, when you put it like that.
But, Your Highness, this will reflect very poorly on the church.
True. You know what this means, Flanagan?
Warning label, a warning label on the box, not for Catholics in big letters.
Too subtle.
Instant purgatory if used by Catholics.
I like it. Divine branding.
Excellent, your popedom. Will there be anything else?
That will be all. You may leave.
And we are back. All right, everyone. So, I hope you enjoy Father Flanagan and the pup. Ollie, of course. Pup Oliver Poopsalot the Fifth. I'm catching up with the chat. Just a puff, bro. All right. Thank you. I'm glad you all enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that. I am.
Yes. Ollie in all his glory.
In all his glory. We have more of that wonderful stuff coming. I've just got to get, now that I've got a little time and things are going all right. I want to mention something, by the way. D-Man Durante has passed 30,000 subscribers.
Ooh,
yeah.
Goodness gracious.
He's just rocking right along.
You're going to be at 100K by the end of the year.
Man, that would be crazy.
He ought to be. That's right.
I mean, honestly, it would track. I'm just saying.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
If they don't put like I know sometimes algorithms are weird and they'll intentionally put like a roadblock in front of people, but I don't know if YouTube does that. I know TikTok has done that to me. I don't know if YouTube does it, but hopefully they won't.
We're going to find out.
There has been this thing where like the algorithm loves you and then the algorithm just stops loving you one day.
It's weird.
You can go on the internet and find videos of creators where they're going, I don't know, I was doing everything was working. Then all of a sudden, boom, now I don't get any views. And I mean, it's like it went from 30,000 views per video to 300 views per video. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the hell I'm not doing anything different or, something like that. And sometimes it's just the way it is, I don't know.
It's the way it's like a card game, man. Sometimes you get a good hand, sometimes you don't. Either way, you got to play the hand that you dealt.
Might just be like the algorithm changes and it just says you.
Man.
There you go. But congratulations, man. All the hard work.
Good for you.
That is fantastic. I am getting close to 7,000 and And Ryan, I'm looking for Ryan. She's in there too. She's doing stuff.
I
Ryan,
think
she's
I'm
been
like
going.
100 and something away from 5K.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
Yeah, you're 130 away. You're getting close to
130,
5K. So
okay.
if you're not subscribed to Ryan, go subscribe to Ryan.
Yay!
She's been dropping good videos. I mean, look at her stuff. Just quality going up
I
every
finally
time.
decided to like let myself go back to, because I used to make like not funny videos. I wouldn't say they're funny. They're videos that like do something for my brain. Like they're like a little string of thoughts where I can put out. I don't know. And I kind of stopped doing that, but I'm gonna start doing that again.
Ooh,
There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
Like my little shorts and stuff with the weird sounds and the whatever.
I enjoy them. Your content. Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
and you know, one of the things, Spooky Bedhair says, I knew Chris before he was famous.
I love it.
Yeah. I'll get famous one of these days. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, Spooky Bedhair been around. I got some hair, man. I tell you, this is all. It's all I can do to make this stuff stay. And I was like, I need to go get a haircut. And the wife is like, no, I get a haircut before you do. I'm gonna look like Ryan soon.
You're going to, honestly, like, woof. So you're
Good morning, Miss Non Sequitur. Thank you for joining us. All you wonderful. Brent is here. The show has gone well so far. Thank you for catching up.
Brent.
Yes. So I have a poll that we can talk about here today. Let's go back and check it out. If Jesus ran a modern scam, what would it be? The options are multi-level marketer, crypto coin launch, Trump coin, fake miracle water sales, Tears of the Prophet. I'd buy that. I'd buy some
I
Tears
would.
of the Prophet. Let's go here.
Just crying.
I'm gonna. There we go. Poop. And there's a link. I'm sure the poll is out there somewhere. Thank you if you're posting it, Miss Non Sequitur, or whomever. If anybody's out there posting it, I'm just posting it in case it's not. And go vote on the poll. So far, we have 42 votes. And then let's see here. Fake miracle water sales. Tears of the Prophet seems to be leading for some reason. Of course, there's still the person saying Jesus wouldn't run a scam. Never read the Bible, have you?
You sure about that?
Grumpy Librarian responded that saying, of course he wouldn't. He's dead. Good point.
I like.
Speak plainly, man. What do you mean? Let's go here and here.
Gray old dude says Mary's bathwater. I'd drink that.
There you
go. I'd drink your bath water.
Right?
Man. That's rough stuff. I wonder what you could what could you do with that? I mean, would that be like a all like a tonic for everything?
Oh, the cure all.
Or is it only good if she like doucheed with it while she was in the bed? That's the question we got to ask.
Yikes.
I don't know though, because we know how the Lord feels about the thing at the place down there with the furry stuff. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like anything that comes.
The fuzz.
Ember, Tears of the Prophet. That's fantastic. I am the Deep Space Nine nerd that got that. Are you okay, Ryan? Did we break you? YouTuber's Grudge. That's fantastic. Mary's bathwater gets you 100 plus hit points.
Ooh, yeah.
Like a potion you carry around on your belt.
Right?
Yeah,
Just
that's
pop
awesome.
the cap.
There you go. If someone pops a cap in you can just kind of. Nomad, thank you for joining us. Good morning. Let's see, Spooky Bed here. Oh, all you cool. Not drinking any more bathwater. Got to cut back on the bathwater. It sounds
Bubbles
good.
do something to me.
Yeah. Poops a lot. So you enjoyed Poops a lot. I'm glad you enjoyed our. Yeah, he's fantastic. I don't know where those things come from. I'm inspired. Satan makes me mock the religious people for some reason. I don't know. It's a hobby.
Yeah.
OG Lillis says he did run a scam. It's called the church. See, that's my whole thing. If we go on, let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's give Peter, whatever the books that were written in Mark, Matthew, all the New Testament, let's give it the benefit of the doubt. If that's the case, and like Durante said earlier, rich people, give your shit to the poor. Poor people, give your shit to me.
Yep, there we go.
Right? And you know what? Your reward comes after you die.
That's right.
Now, that sounds like a scam. Does that not sound like a scam? Sound like a scam. If I was to like describe as saying, hey, Durante, let's have this scam, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to tell people to give us our shit. And then when they die, it's like the soul swords. We'll sell soul swords. And when you die, if you're not happy with your product, ring the bell. There's a bell back here. No, just ring the bell back here.
Oh, okay, right.
Yes. Once you've gotten your product from St. Michael or St. Gabriel, depending on how much you paid for your product, after you've passed, of course, those are the archangels, right? Michael, Gabriel. Yeah. Okay. All right. So once you've passed, if they give you your soul sword and it doesn't look like something you're going to be happy slaying, like men, women, innocent children and stuff in the name of the Lord, then ring the bell and we'll give you your money back.
I think that's a great guarantee.
Some people might say that sounds like a scam.
In that. No, I would feel very confident.
You would, right.
I know the power of, being a spirit and you can
prayer and stuff.
Yeah,
that's right.
Magic.
That's right. I mean, that's right. And I have like a direct line, of course, being an atheist.
But it's what's funny about this magic though, is this magic only works if your faith is where it needs to be though. So like can you imagine Superman's like, I was just getting ready to save you out of the burning building, but I realized that your faith doesn't work, so I can't fly now. Like, wow,
Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to believe. Just believe.
You got to believe. If you don't believe, I can't help you. Like,
that's good.
Worst superhero ever.
You know what though? I feel like if we were to literally do that and scam people out of their money and sell them fake soul swords, even give them a certificate and have an AI draw them a picture of their soul sword. That would be less of a scam than what Kent Hovind was doing, where he was selling people tonic water that was supposed to, or whatever scam that he got him blocked off of YouTube or whatever thing. And then which one was it that was selling there's been quite a few of them that's been selling the something silver, the colloidal silver.
Oh yeah. I remember that stuff.
Or the ones that tell their flock that they don't need medication.
Oh yeah.
As our scam would be so much less harmful than these actual true religious scams that are out there.
Man,
I'm just saying, I used to do a video series called A Quickie with the Skeptic. And one of the things that I did a couple of videos on was how some people out there let their children die rather than seeking medical care because they were praying, because they were told to pray, to leave it in God's hands.
Yep.
And in a couple of cases, they were even repeat offenders. They had already lost one child this way. And it wasn't until they were like gathering to do it again for a second child and somebody called the law.
Thank goodness.
That they were finally caught, stuff like that. So the silver and the bleach cult, they drink fancy bleach. Oh yeah. The hydrochloroquine, after Trump did his thing, all the crazy things going out there wouldn't surprise me a bit.
Yeah. The colloidal silver, there was a lady who led a cult and she was drinking it and her members were drinking it and she ended up dying, and she looked like a blue zombie when she was dead.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise.
It was hard to be sad because she looked so funny. So when they revealed the corpse, it was my first response was to laugh.
I think I could not help it. I want to see that picture now.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I think it was like on HBO, they showed the documentary. I was just like, oof, I've been to churches like this.
1 second. I'm just looking something up here.
Oh.
There we go. At this point, I would go, mi burrito está no bueno.
Turning blue for Jesus.
That's right.
Did you
Blue
find
balls?
the picture, Ryan?
I think this is her. Hold on, I'm trying to. Yeah, I don't know if she looks blue. Oh, yes, she does look blue. Okay, yeah, I did find her.
Yeesh. That's her.
Yeah, hold on.
I can't remember her name.
Amy Carlson? Is that her name?
That sounds like her. Yep.
Amy Carlson, yeah.
Can you share it there with us?
Yeah, give me uno segunda. I think one of these.
I think they used to call her the Mother of God. She had a very weird
Mother
cult.
of God. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm.
They blew up loosely on YouTube, and she gained a little bit of following. They were given a lot of money.
Wow.
Yeah. Very true.
Their cult was weird. They spent a lot of time just smoking and drinking and tripping acid and stuff all day. It's very odd. And Michael Jackson was involved. Tupac was involved. Donald Trump was involved. It was a very interesting hodgepodge of religion.
Wow. Wow. They're like, get in here, you weird sumbitch. Okay. So what I'm working on here is I'm working on a list of religious leaders fined or penalized for selling fake products.
Ooh.
Jim Baker.
Yes.
Sold fake, sold fake COVID-19 cures, silver solution on his show.
No, like this.
Yeah.
So that's recent. We're not talking about when he went to prison. We're talking about. Dang.
Wow. Oh, I see what's going on here.
Yeah, that's.
There we go. Sorry, guys. It took me a second. I had to.
What's her malfunction?
That colloidal silver. She was.
Yeah.
She was.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
The blue now.
Yeah,
Like the hinge
look
of
at
blue.
her.
Mm-hmm.
Fancy on her. That's.
And look, and I'm guessing that she had other issues because
yeah.
of how thin she is. And some people are thin, but that to me seems a little on the frail side, not just thin.
Yes.
Like nutritionally not healthy.
Yes, that is a deficit.
Yes, a deficit. Thank you.
Goodness. Wow. Yeah. Goodness gracious. We'll pray for her soul. Let me go on briefly with my list here, because I say briefly because it does go on about itself. It's still, I think, going. It's in fact, oh no, it just stopped. Okay. Peter Popoff sold Miracle Spring Water and other fake healing products exposed as a fraud in the 80s via James
My mother's
Randi.
bought some of that stuff.
Oh no.
Yep.
Todd Kuntz.
Todd.
Yep.
My cult leader sold Miracle Wheat.
Oh. Yeah. Oh man. Bishop Climate Wiseman sold fake COVID-19 plague protection kits.
Wait, what?
Now, right. I know, right? Then we got religious leaders penalized for telling people to use prayer instead of medications. Let me see if you recognize any of these names. Kenneth Copeland.
Yep.
Told followers prayer would protect them from COVID-19 and discouraged vaccinations. How many people died because of Kenneth Copeland?
Right.
Either somebody listened to him, didn't take their medication, got COVID and died, or someone listened to him, didn't take the medication, got the vaccine, or didn't get the vaccine, got the cooties, got in contact with someone else who was susceptible and got them unalived. Either way, Kenneth Copeland was the reason for that. Gloria Copeland, same man, same. Followers during a flu epidemic, they don't need flu shots because Jesus bore our sickness. And that's not even, do you remember the one, was it the Copeland thing down, was it a measles outbreak? Again, it was several years ago. Whooping cough or something. They had an outbreak and they were telling people not to go get the thing, and then it was all over the place. Benny Hinn has been investigated. Of course, we know he was absolutely exposed.
Yeah.
Robert Tilton, man, Durante. Every time you do the beep, I think of them. Robert Tilton. Anyway, so lots and lots of religious leaders who've been sold, but I thought Kenneth Hovind, I'll have to get my ducks in a row. I thought Kenneth Hovind was involved. Let me just ask the chat, why is he banned from YouTube?
Is he? I don't even remember.
He is.
Thank God.
Like, dang.
He's so banned from YouTube.
There's so
How
many
banned?
people who should be banned from YouTube.
Yeah. They banned his channel. So then he talked his church into creating a channel so he could do the same shit on their channel. And they did. And then YouTube found out about it and banned that channel. Yeah. So here's the reasons. Let me share this with you people. Because I could just be lying when it actually could, in fact, be my AI lying to me. Because I don't lie. Let's go here. Where is it? Damn it. Is it chat the GPT? There it is. Shared. Repeated terms of service violations. Hoven's primary channel, Ken Hoven Official, was terminated in early 2023 after multiple suspensions for various infractions. Reports indicate that his content included conspiracy theories, anti-LGBTQ plus rhetoric, and COVID-19 misinformation, all of which contravene YouTube's policies on hate speech and misinformation. Interesting. Ban evasion attempts. Following the termination of his main channel, Hoven attempted to circumvent the ban by uploading content to alternative channels such as Dinosaur Adventure Land. These actions violated YouTube's policy against ban evasion, leading to further channel removals.
Dang.
Allegations of buying subscribers. In a video addressing his channel's termination, Hoven mentioned needing to pay to regain subscribers, which some interpreted as an admission of purchasing subscribers, a practice prohibited by YouTube. So I don't, you know, that's kind of weird. I don't know how that all works with YouTube and buying subscribe. I mean, you can actually advertise through YouTube purchased by the subscriber. So I don't know how that works.
Right. I don't even know how you buy subscribers or what would be the purpose, because I feel like it would just hurt your account, but I don't know. I don't really understand.
Sounds like that would be very expensive and unsustainable.
Right?
Yep. Yep.
Because you'd have to buy their attention.
You wouldn't have no watch time. That wouldn't help you.
Yeah, it would only work if they're actually viewing the videos.
Right.
That's right. That's right. That's
Maybe
true.
I don't know. Maybe they have that. I don't freaking know.
Well, see, I've recently, talking like within the last week, started advertising through YouTube's, what they call it. You go to content and then there's promotions and you just do a little promotions thing. And they show your content and there's a subscribe button.
Yep.
So I guess I don't really know how all that works out yet. It's the first time I've ever done it. The point is, I'm trusting that since I'm advertising literally through YouTube, that they are real subscribers. I don't know. I just started. It's the first time I've ever done it. So we'll find out. I don't even know anybody that's done it. Any other content creators that do, that have. I don't know yet. I'll just have to find out. It's a learning thing, you know?
Right.
And plus, as we know, live streams don't draw like regular content. That's why I'm going to start dropping shit over on that other channel. That'll be more organic. It's worth going. Let's see here. Worshipper of life, true or false? The man and the woman were someone's idea. I don't know. Maybe you should be more specific. Can you be more specific what you're talking about? And Dillahunty. No, I don't think he's here. So he's gray old dude, I'm not sure, said something about Dillahunty. Sometimes, Hovind. Sometimes people come in and they say, you're no Dillahunty. No, he's no me. Jen with one N. Hovind went to my sister's church before prison.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's right. He went to prison. I think for, what do you go to prison for? Extortion, not extortion. Well, it's financial fraud, I believe. Let me look here. If Jews are God's people, then whose people are non-believers? We went over that. Huh? True or false, he says. The man and the woman were someone's idea. Nope. Well, I don't guess whole sentences, man. Whole sentences, man. I'm talking to a worshiper of life or something. Fraud and domestic abuse. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Who's a flatter?
One of the things I thought was that.
Oh, is he really?
I thought he would get on his channel and also in front of his viewers go, here's this atheist channel, go attack them. Go report their stream, go do. I thought I'd heard he had done things like that as well.
Oh, wow.
Tax evasion, not fraud. Secular friendliness. Thank you guys for looking that stuff up. I appreciate you. Hovind went to jail over tax evasion. Well, thankfully he'll be glad now.
Went to jail over tax evasion.
I wonder how he's getting by nowadays, though. You know, because I've heard that you're not really an atheist until he does a whack an atheist about you.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah, whack an atheist. Yeah. Oh, okay. Is that the actual? Oh, I see how that could. Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, what, he just picks an atheist to pick on or something?
I guess so. But maybe there's some kind of threat in there. I guess you could see it, some kind of threat. If his followers took it wrong, even just the title to whack an atheist.
Right.
Anyway, you never know with these.
They know it's intentional.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You know what? I appreciate all of you guys. I'm going to go ahead and read our super chats, our fan funding for the day. Thank you, Jesse Bear, for the $2. Says, I don't want to be saved by the blood kink god. That's right. Take those foreskins and just dab it. It'll work for you.
Yeah.
Left-handed Jedi member for 5 months. Man, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Accuse others of that which you are doing or you have done. Very true. Very true. That's a whole right-wing conservative Christian kind of thing. Every accusation is a confession. Thank you, Lissa M, for becoming a channel supporter. Welcome to the Daily Atheist Morning Show. Welcome to the damnation, fellow burner. Thank you for joining us. And thank you also for the $3 super sticker. You are our hero. Much appreciated. Okay, guys, I am going to go ahead and run our newest commercial of Father Flanagan, Wild Bill 2. If you were here earlier, you saw the first Wild Bill. If you haven't seen Wild Bill before, you're fixing to catch our latest episode. Now, the first one was 6 years ago. The second one I dropped like a week ago. So there was a little bit of a difference. Thank you, the Peasant Guitarist, for subscribing. Welcome to the damnation. Ryan Durante, thank you for joining me today. Have a wonderful day. Send safely. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yay.
All right. Wild Bill 2. Hello, and welcome to Shakespeare with a Redneck. Finally. I'm Wild Bill Wigglestick, and this is my trusty sidekick, Willie the Kid. And we'll be your handsome hosts, your gilded guide, your cowboys, concierges to Shakespeare. Oh, how cute. Wait, is that at 2, Ollie? Run along, little doggy. Bill, where the hell have you been? Well, you know, I've been roaming the earth, going back and forth upon it, to and fro and whatnot. I like to travel too. Wait a second. Yep, back and forth upon earth, doing unto others before they do unto me. Bill, are you quoting the Bible? Trying to quote the Bible? Indeed I am. Despite my appearance, I am a man of culture and know many things, not just Shakespeare. Really? So you have a Shakespeare monologue related to atheism or skepticism? Indeed I do. Bear witness. Oh, this is going to be good. This is the excellent foppery of the world, that when we are sick in fortune, often the product of our own behavior, we make guilty of our disasters the sun, the moon, and stars, as if we were villains on necessity, fools by heavenly compulsion, knaves, thieves, and treacherous by spherical predominance, drunkards, liars, and adulterers by an enforced obedience of planetary influence. And all that we are evil in by a divine thrusting on. An admirable evasion of whoremaster man to lay his goatish disposition to the charge of a star. My father compounded with my mother under the dragon's tail, and my nativity was under Ursa Major, so that it follows I am rough and lecherous. I should have been that I am, had the maidenliest star in the firmament twinkled on my bastardizing. Wow, that really is spot on about what we cover here on the channel about how, people. So here's a quick rundown of the situation. Bill, this non-believer, ignores the teachings of his learned father and ends up getting 4 people killed. Bill, that's not. Okay, carry on. Shakespeare was a heathenistic non-believer bound for the fiery pits of hell, just like yourselves. I don't think. And in order to throw the murderous church of the time off his heathen trail, he writes the skeptic as a sneaking, lying, adulterated father and brother, hating and betraying villain who ends up getting his comeuppance in the end. Bill, oh, come on, man. You're always blah, blah, Bible stuff, blah, blah, boring. You got to spice things up. Bill, tacos are spicy. Everybody loves tacos. Bill, tacos and boobies. Okay, you're not wrong there either. Tasty and delicious culture, baby, coming at you. Avoid the storm of familial discontent. Blow winds and clap your cheeks by clicking that subscribe button and hitting that. Wait a second. Don't you mean crack your cheeks? Nope. Bill. Send safely, my friends. Take care.
Peace.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Send safely, my friends. Take care.
Got a house that smells like old cheese and shame. Father Flanagan's flesh candles change the game. Goat-scented thrills for your soul's delight. Light it up, baby, make your room right. When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Confession booths, busy, no need to stress. Light a candle and forget your mess. Gross odors vanish like sins in the wind. With each wick, guess who's your new best friend? When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Lambs and calves may have their day, but goat's the scent that leads the way. Clean your slate with a sniff so pure. Father Flanagan's got the cure. Turn your home into a saintly space. With every whiff, find redeeming grace. From your living room to the kitchen sink,